Yeah.
He doesn't look as good in the right lead either.
What was that?
He doesn't look as good like when you wrote it.
Yeah.
The left lead canter is gorgeous.
I found
the
the
right
left
lead canter is not as
exactly.
nice.
I find the left lead easier.
And I can't
Right.
do the right lead as well. So that makes no sense.
That you can't. Do you mean that the right lead's better with you?
No.
No, it's worse. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, the right lead's better.
Oh, it is? Okay. That,
Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't totally make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense at all. So,
But
you know, it's like something with the transition.
that's probably the same thing as Ruth Andrea, because his outside rein is a stiff rein.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where the transition's going to be a little harder. It's always going to be harder. I mean, it would be weird if it wasn't harder on the right to get the transition anyway, because that's where he braces on the outside. But you'll get it. I think you know, it might be just that you haven't gotten comfortable with that whole left side yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ultimately, I bet you'll find a lot of things on that side easier.
Yeah, this one is getting better.
Yep. Yep, and just steady that inside contact. Yep. He really gives you even contact. Yeah, good job. It's a great reaction. He has a little butt tuck.
Yeah, I love the reaction.
Yep. Yep. Very nice. Good job. Yep. Yep, you're doing a really good job with that. And you know, I said good on the first that's totally fine. Because you're also going to feel because it's not just about what you see, it's about what you feel. Do I feel him lean into the hand in the transition? That's not so good. Like even if I sit here and go, yay, yeah, that's good. You know, if he's leaning into the hand, I mean that's what you're going to feel. Yep. That's it. That's a great exercise. Yeah, but you're pulling his head to the left. Yeah, and then he can't leg yield. Yeah, he needs. Remember, leg yield to the right. You want to connect him to the right rein, not pull him over the left shoulder. Yeah, that's almost a little bit too much of what I suggested. You could flex him left and you can keep him parallel, but that's better though, because at least then you're asking him to move his shoulder. Yeah. And you can flex left, but you have to connect them right. There you go. And that'll make the canter transition easier too. Good boy. Yeah, don't let him push his pole forward. He's gotta wait. Yes. There you go. Keep those half halts coming, and then if the half halts aren't, you know, if he is leaning into the half halt, then you just make a downward transition. You know, so you know exactly. So, because he's going to have that tendency to kind of, okay, he's on the bit, but he's sort of pushing his pole forward. And then you have nowhere to drive. Yeah, you want to have exactly somewhere where you can drive his hind legs under. Like, that's really nice right there. I don't know how it feels, but that's where his frame wants to be. It's not that he can't be behind the vertical, because he can be behind the vertical. It's just that you don't want to feel like the energy going through his pole. You want to feel it going out to the bit. Yeah. Now be careful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, and that's careful with that outside exactly, that the outside contact still stays good. Good job. That what? Well, you have to be careful because the outside contact is too strong sometimes. right?
I think they heard me just a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Good job. Yep, that transition is better. But you know, he also is not really completing his stride. You know what I mean? Like his head and neck is up a little bit above the bit. So you know, that's him just kind of rocking around the outside rein. He's not really going up to the outside rein. So the quality of the canter is actually better on the other side. Yep. There you go. You gotta say, come on, not using too much outside rein, but kind of pushing it like it's a stick at him. Say, come on, canter, and steer him with your steer him a little earlier on that open side. Like, don't wait until you're on the open side to steer him. Steer him now for the open side. Come on. Yep. That he doesn't need your outside rein so much because he leans to your outside rein. Yep. And when you give it, he leans more, so you have to be careful. Yeah. So you do want to give it, but you want to say no. Don't run through it. Step up to it. Up to it. Up to it. Come on. Yeah. See how he needs it too much? So I'm not. I want you to really look in the video and notice that even though this side is quote unquote easier, he's not completing his stride as much as on the other side. And the quality of the canter, like if you were in a young horse test, they would like the left canter. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you can see it even there. Yeah, he's got a canter. There.
So,
That's it.
I touched
That's
him with the wrist to make him.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he has to use his whole back. And he wants to chop off the canter a little bit on this side. It is. It's better because he's not chopping off, and then you've got to kind of learn how to do the same thing. See, you have to learn how to do the same thing as you do in the other direction, as use your little, like, kind of use the turns. Like, one of the things I did with him yesterday is I just kind of was like, instead of just going down the long side, I moved him 1 foot to the inside, coming around the corner. You know, I don't know if you saw that, but I like kind of like, you know, come on. And he lost his balance for a minute coming along the outside, like he almost trotted. I don't know if you remember that, but he almost trotted a little bit. But then because it's like you can't really ride a half halt, but you can kind of manipulate his line of travel so that he has to balance himself a little bit. He can't just run; he has to balance himself. And you can do that in trot too. You can play with it because it'll make you better at it when you're in the canter. Is like when he wants to run, you know, that you just manipulate his line of travel a little bit and where his shoulders are so that you can keep riding from behind without him getting faster. Yeah. Because he wants to get a little bit kind of pulling himself along with all the gaits, of course. Yeah, it's nice to be so forward. But yeah. Yeah, and you just kind of manipulate where his shoulders are. Yeah. And you can kind of, yeah, exactly. Take him off the wall a little bit. And there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yep. That's the best canter. Yep. Yep. And then take him off the wall a moment. With your, yeah. There you go. There you go. So, you know, that's just an example on the wall, but you can even do that in your circle. You just make your line of travel. There you go. Just manipulate your line of travel like nobody can see it. It's very little. This is by far the best canter. Yeah, and then you can see it's hardest on the circle there because he takes the outside and kind of leads with it. And I would make a downward transition soon because this has been the best canter. And as far as the manipulating the line of travel, particularly in this direction, on the circle, you can't wait until you've already hit the open side, you know, because then he's like already, you know, you have to, you have to turn him a little bit, like if you're on a right circle, maybe even don't go all the way to the wall, so that he's already like listening. He's not prevented from drifting. If he's being prevented from drifting left by the wall, as soon as the wall's gone, or your hand, for that matter, your hand, you know, as soon as it's gone, the wall or your hand, he's you know, where he needs to learn to stay within the boundaries of your see, you know, Kathy Carmen always calls it a balance box, your balance box. Like, as he goes left, you don't. You know, and that's a little hard. I mean, it's not something you even consciously do. Like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and not go. You know, it's just like you have to think about your line of travel. One canter to the left, yep. And you did a really good job with the long sides, that little manipulation of the. Did you feel he had to balance himself back a little bit? Yeah, because it's tough, because you need to let him have his full canter, but you don't want him just to bomb around like along. And he's not ready for you to manually put them together. He hasn't reached. They tell you, you know, you essentially just canter them until you.
So when he comes on
Yeah,
the seat,
he starts exactly, and he'll start to just relax into the canter, and all of a sudden you'll go like, okay, he's ready for me to influence him in canter. And the only way you're going to influence him in canter now is with the line of travel, so that he, you know, you're not going to literally stick on a half halt and collect him, but you can. I won't use the word collect him. You can compress him through, you know, your line of travel. Yep. Yep. Think about bouncing him back. Exactly. Bouncing him back. Yep. Because and you want to be saying to him, yes, your forward energy is awesome, but let's use it under you. Exactly. Let's make your back spring and not you're holding on the inside rein big time. Yeah. Try the next time from your balanced canter, you know, try to bring him even a little tiny bit more back, just a tiny bit more back. Yep. And really make sure